video. In this video, I'll be recapping the Nuggets' 97-95 win over the Golden State Warriors in Game 1 of our first-round playoff matchup. This was a crazy game, exciting game. Props to both teams. I thought our intensity level, the Warriors' intensity level, definitely was there, but we didn't really do a good job of executing this game. We definitely didn't play all that well, but nonetheless found a way to win. Andre Miller was spectacular in the fourth quarter and basically willed us to a Game 1 win. Looking at some of the good things we did in this game, we did force 18 turnovers. You like that. I thought for the most part we did a pretty good job on the defensive end here against the Warriors. Did do a pretty good job of having some active hands on the defensive end. You like us forcing 18 turnovers, but we only scored 18 points off of those 18 turnovers. Really did a poor job of capitalizing on the Warriors' mistakes, and we really could have done a better job of capitalizing on those turnovers we got, but you still like to see us being active on the defensive end, forcing 18 turnovers. And Stephen Curry and Jarek Jack, I thought our point guards and I thought our defense in general did a good job of forcing them into some mistakes and into some tough situations with the basketball. Both of those guys combined for 8 turnovers, so you like seeing that. We outscored the Warriors 52-40 in the paint. We missed a lot of layups in this game, and we did a poor job of finishing at the rim, and we did a poor job on the defensive end at times of giving the Warriors some easy layups and dunks and points in transition and in the paint. But for the most part, did a pretty good job of attacking the painted area. I thought Iguodala's defense on Klay Thompson in that third quarter was phenomenal for us. Thompson was going off in the second quarter, and Iguodala came out in the third quarter and in that second half and just completely shut him down, was chasing them all around the court, getting through screens, and doing a good job of not giving him any space to work with. We went on a 13-2 run in that quarter to end it. Brewer hit a big 3 at that loss and did a good job in that quarter of starting to go into attack mode, get to the rim, had a couple nice nifty finishes around the rim. JaVale McGee had a couple nice plays as well, a dunk off a nice pass from Ty and a hook shot that was pretty good. And Kufas, I thought his rebounding and our pressure on the ball defensively in that quarter really helped us get going and really help us kind of take control and take the momentum of the game here against the Warriors. We had 15 fast break points. You like seeing that. The tempo and pace of the game wasn't great. I thought the Warriors did a pretty good job of keeping us out of transition and for the most part controlling the tempo of the game, but we still did get some points in transition. 15 fast break points we finished with, which is not bad. We had 9 steals, did a good job in that first quarter and in that third quarter of forcing turnovers, being active on defensive end, and getting some buckets in transition. Lawson, Iguodala, and Fournier, all those guys combined for 8 steals. They had 8 of our 9 steals here in this game. I thought Fournier was great in that first quarter, forcing some turnovers, did a good job on Steph Curry defensively, and then in the third quarter, Lawson and Iguodala also kind of picked up where he left off, forcing some steals and getting out in transition. Andre Miller was absolutely spectacular for us here in this game. We do not win this game without him. Like I said, we really didn't play all that well, but because of Andre Miller's effort in that fourth quarter and the shots he hit is why we were able to pull out this Game 1 win over the Warriors. Andre Miller finished with 28 points here in Game 1. He also had 5 assists and 3 rebounds. He was 11 of 16 from the field, 1 of 1 from the three-point line, and 5 of 7 from the free throw line. 18 of his 28 points came in that fourth quarter. Just did a great job of going at Jack. Absolutely tore Jarek Jack up in that fourth quarter. Hit a big corner 3 for us in the fourth quarter. Had a nice N1 on Jarek Jack. Hit jumper after jumper after jumper, and then of course the game-winning layup he put on Draymond Green with 1.3 seconds left was just a spectacular drive, spectacular play by Andre Miller. Did a great job of getting Draymond Green to go left and then came back up and under with the right hand to finish the layup off. Just a great take, great crafty, nifty finish by Andre Miller. He was fantastic. He was super for us here in this game. And again, if without him we don't win this game, he was clutch for us in the fourth quarter, making play after play and just did a great job there in the last drive of the game on a rookie, taking advantage of a mismatch, in my opinion. I know the Warriors said after the game, their coach Mark Jackson and their players, they like that matchup, but we like that matchup too. I think that the Nuggets will take that matchup all day. Great job of noticing that and finishing at the rim with a beautiful up and under move. Great job by Andre Miller. He was spectacular here in Game 1 against the Warriors. JaVale McGee, I thought also played really well. He finished with 9.6 rebounds and a block here in Game 1. He was 4-4 from the field and 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Not the best number statistically, but I thought his energy really helped us in this game, and I thought he made a lot of impactful plays here in this game. He had a huge dunk on Andrew Bogut, I believe, in the second corner. Just an absolute poster. He put Bogut on. Ferocious finish there by JaVale McGee, and then he came back like a play or two later, got a nice block on David Lee, who attempted to dunk. And then in that third quarter, that that little 13-2 stretch run we had in the third quarter. He had a beautiful hook shot and just provided us with good energy, got us going on the offensive end, and again made some impactful plays. Didn't finish with the best stat line, but I thought JaVale McGee's energy was huge for us here in game one. And lastly, I thought Andre Iguodala had a pretty solid game. Like JaVale McGee, didn't put up the best numbers. He finished with 8 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. He was 2 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from the three-point line, and 4 of 6 from the free throw line. But his defense on Klay Thompson in the second half was as big as Andre Miller's offense in the fourth quarter for us in terms of us winning this game. I thought he was huge defensively for us in the second half. Just did a great job of hounding Thompson, getting through screens, giving him no space at all. Did a great job of pressuring him and just kind of following him all over the court there in that second half. Really shut him down in the third quarter, and also had a huge layup and steal for us to end the half. That kind of gave us some momentum going into half when we desperately needed it. So I thought Andre Iguodala played really well, especially on the defensive end. Would like to see him do a little more on the offensive end. I thought he was kind of tentative, kind of timid on the offensive end. I think he really can take advantage of Klay Thompson on the offensive end. I don't think Klay Thompson can stay in front of Iguodala. So if Iguodala is aggressive and he can get to the rim, I think he can have some success against Klay Thompson on the offensive end. So that was the only kind of knock on Iguodala here in this game. His defense was superb. It was great. It was fantastic. It was a huge reason we won this game. But offensively, I would like to see a little more out of Andre Iguodala starting tomorrow night in Game 2. Now looking at some of the bad things we did here in this game, we did kind of a poor job of rebounding the ball here as a team here against Golden State in Game 1. A lot of that had to do with obviously Kenneth Faried not playing, but still that's no excuse. We got out-rebounded by the Warriors 55-45 here in Game 1, and they out-rebounded us on the offensive glass 13-7. I thought Andrew Bogut and David Lee were great for them on the offensive glass. Even Carl Landry did a pretty good job at times in this game of getting some offensive rebounds and creating some second-chance opportunities and second-chance shots for the Warriors on the offensive end. The Warriors did a great job in that fourth quarter on the offensive glass. Andrew Bogut was huge for them. Draymond Green even had a big offensive rebound for them in the fourth quarter. They were actually able to get back in this game and eventually tie this game primarily because of their offensive rebounding in that fourth quarter. I thought Wilson Chandler and Andre Iguodala both did a great job of rebounding the ball. They combined for 23 rebounds, finished with 23 of our 45 rebounds in this game. But I thought we did a poor job of rebounding the ball as a team. I thought Kufis was inconsistent on the glass here in this game. JaVale was okay, but obviously Kenneth Faried was definitely missed here in this game on the glass. Warriors did a good job of dictating the rebounds here, and that also allowed them to kind of dictate the tempo and pace in this game because we weren't able to control the glass. We really weren't able to play at our tempo or pace in this game, and again, got to credit the Warriors for that. I thought David Lee and Andrew Bogut were huge for them in this game on the offensive glass and just in general rebounding the ball. We missed 10 free throws. You hate seeing that in the playoffs, especially in a close game like this. Luckily for us, it didn't, cost us the game, but still missing 10 free throws, that's leaving 10 points on the floor in the playoffs. You don't like seeing that. That's something that needs to improve. The Warriors did shoot 36% from the three-point line, which isn't too bad, but our perimeter defense could be better. I thought we did a good job on Curry and Thompson, primarily Curry in the first half, Thompson in the second half. Those guys combined to shoot 6 of 15 from the three-point line in this game, but they also did get quite a bit of good looks here in this game that they just weren't able to hit. I mean, Stephen Curry had multiple good looks there in that first half from the three-point line, and just shots weren't falling for him. So defensively, I think our perimeter defense needs to be better, need to do a little bit better job of chasing the Warriors off of that three-point line starting in Game 2. Finished with only 16 assists here in this game. I thought the passing all game was pretty poor. The ball movement was non-existent, especially in that second quarter and throughout the game. We got to do a much better job of spacing the floor. We had pretty poor spacing throughout the game and utilizing ball movement to force the Warriors to work on defense, force that zone of theirs to work because I thought we did a poor job against the zone at times here that the Warriors were running in this game because of the ball movement on the offensive end. 16 assists, not a good number. That's something that needs to improve. Got to do a better job of knocking down open shots. The Warriors gave us plenty of open looks and good looks from the outside and from the perimeter, but we weren't able to capitalize on those. Again, only shooting 19% from the three-point line, and we got to do a better job of finishing at the rim. I think the Warriors had 10 blocks in this game. Bogut did a good job, especially in that fourth quarter, protecting the paint for the Warriors and clogging up the middle for them, but we got to do a better job of finishing at the rim and getting to the rim more in Game 2. Plus, we were outscored 23-16 in the second quarter by the Warriors. The Warriors are really able to kind of take control of the game there in that quarter. They went on a 20-9 run in the second quarter. quarter. We had no offensive rebounding whatsoever in that quarter. That's definitely where we missed Kenneth Faried here in this game, especially on the offensive glass. I mean, we virtually had no second chance points or second chance possessions here in this game. We did a poor job in that second quarter throughout that run that the Warriors went on of not attacking the rim. Did a poor job of on the offensive end of just settling and settling for threes and jump shots. Turned the ball over a lot in the second quarter. I think we had 6 or 7 turnovers in that quarter. And Klay Thompson went off. He had 13 points in the second quarter, scored 6 straight points for the Warriors, hit a couple threes for them in that quarter, and did a great job of taking advantage of poor switches for us on the defensive end. We kept having Lawson and Iguodala switch on Curry and Thompson, and that would end up, Lawson would end up on Thompson, and it was just a huge mismatch for us. And Thompson did a great job of taking advantage of that. And again, no ball movement at all on the offensive end, especially in that second quarter. Really hurt us. But luckily for us, we were able to bounce back in that third quarter. Lastly, we did a poor job of closing out this game. Now, that's probably funny to say because, Andre Miller hit the game-winning layup and we won, but we really didn't play all that well down the stretch in the fourth quarter. The Warriors went on a 14-6 run to tie the game there in the fourth quarter. We were actually up 8 points in that fourth quarter with about 4:19 left in the game, and then the Warriors went on that 14-6 run to eventually tie the game. Bogut was huge for them throughout that run, did a great job protecting the rim, had 3 blocks throughout that run, did a good job on the offensive glass, as well as Draymond Green. And then, of course, Steph Curry hit a huge 3, the great game-tying 3, beautiful ball fake he got Ty Lawson on, little step-back corner 3 he hit to tie the game. So poor job of closing out the game. Again, the Warriors go on that 14-6 run at the end of the fourth quarter to come back and tie the game and almost win it. So got to do a better job of closing out quarters. 16 from the field, though, 0-4 from the three-point line, and 1-2 from the free throw line. I thought he was fantastic, especially in the second quarter on the defensive glass. Did a great job all game on the defensive glass, but he did a poor job of finishing at the rim, and he had multiple open shots in this game, especially open threes in this game that he just did not knock down, did not convert on. So hopefully Chandler will shoot the ball better here in game 2, because he had plenty of open shots that he just did not take advantage of. I mean, Ty did some good things here in this game, but he didn't play well, like I said. I think he could have played a lot better here in this game. I think he shot 6 of 15 from the field, so he needs to shoot better in game 2, and he needs to attack Stephen Curry more. And Stephen Curry's a great player, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he can stay in front of Ty Lawson. I don't think he's quick enough to stay in front of Ty, and I think Ty needs to exploit that more. He needs to get to the rim. He did tear his hip flexor on that drive that he had in the fourth quarter, and he's going to be out for the series and the rest of the season. So very unfortunate to hear. My thoughts and prayers are with David Lee, and I hope a speedy recovery for the guy. That's obviously unfortunate and a tough blow to Golden State, but we know all too well about injuries. Obviously Gallinari with the torn ACL, so not going to necessarily feel too bad for the Warriors because we've been in the same spot, but an extremely unfortunate situation for them and David Lee, and never want to see anyone get hurt, especially a guy of David Lee's caliber, a player of his caliber. So tough loss for the Warriors, but Golden State is definitely not out of this. We didn't play well at all in this game. Golden State easily could have beat us, and we really got a lot of work to do if we want to win this series and continue on in the playoffs. So game 2 is tomorrow night. That's it for me, guys. Leave me a comment below with what you thought of game 1 and what you think the Nuggets need to do to win in game 2 against the Golden State Warriors. Again, this series is just beginning. Definitely far from over. Good for us to start the playoffs off with the win, but we got a lot to improve on. And this is one down, man. There's one down, 15 more to go to get to the ultimate prize.